I met Heath, and
how'd you guys meet?
a friend introduced us. Our friend Jessica introduced us.
Shout out Jessica.
Shout out Jessica. And then, so I wasn't making a lot of money. Heath was editing a video and he was complaining because apparently YouTubers don't like editing their own videos. It's like a thing where they're like, this is the worst part. Like, Ugh. So he was getting like to that point, and I was like, let me try. I've never owned a laptop in my life. I was like, let me try. Like, teach me the buttons. So he taught me a few. He was like, all right. So he passed it over, taught me a few buttons. He left for the day. I finished the whole thing.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, I really like this. I love like being creative and putting these puzzle pieces together. And then I started researching like how to add effects and like stuff like that. And he hired me as like his editor. And then his friends liked what I did because I brought something different. I edited them very differently than what they're used to. So I started doing everybody else's videos.
You built up a clientele. That's nice.
Yeah. And that, I didn't know I had a love for editing.
That's what I did.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if he had a love for editing like you do, but I think that's how he built up his like, he built up a clientele with editing, and then like,
and then you become so personal with the people that you edit for. Like, you'll naturally become friends because you know everything about them. They put it on camera. They don't really know anything about you.
Yeah, you see all the dirt.
Oh,
I've seen a lot of
I've
stuff.
seen everything.
that you got to cut out, but you see everything.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, Zach. Yeah, we've had these conversations.
I mean, off record, all right. Well, back on the record.
I'm already just picturing the edit. It's
Sorry,
like,
dude.
Back on
I know.
the
I
record.
try to say it so
Off
it's like
the
so
record.
easy for you.
Back on the record.
I know. I try to make it easy because I know how much editing sucks. So I try to say it exactly so you could just like. Okay, so you started doing that, building up the clientele that way, and then how long did you do that for? Are you're still editing the podcast?
I still do it. Yeah, I do the podcast, and I still do like a couple of the friends when they do vlog.
Because they probably like they have to have, once you find a style you like in editing, like they have to keep you forever. Even if you're the president, you're still going to be editing their videos because it's like you make their videos. The editing is like so great.
That's how we feel about Zach and Jared. Like these are the only two people I enjoy their styles of editing, and I'm like, I don't. Plus, I think if any other editor made fun of me, I'd be like,
yeah, I don't know if I can give my raw footage to somebody.
I'd be like, but if the raw footage, 1, 2, I'm like, frick you, man, you didn't even know me. You can't make fun of me like that. Like they can because they know me, but I don't know. I think my feelings would get hurt.
You guys started dating, and then was it like fire at first glance, or was it a slow burn?
How did you go from editor to girlfriend?
Wait, your girlfriend first?
Yeah, girlfriend.
Okay, we mixed up the timeline.
Yeah. So my friend, when it was coming up to the time of meeting him, she was like, oh, my friend's like pre-gaming at his house. And I'm not like a party person, but I wanted to make friends. So I was like, okay, whatever, I'll go. So it was Heath and Zane's apartment. And she goes, trust me, you're going to love this, my friend Heath and all this stuff. And she's hyping up Heath. And I'm like, okay, cool. She was like, you guys are going to get along. Trust me. We show up to the apartment. I meet the Heath. And I'm like, I look at her. I'm like, you got to be fucking kidding me. Because he's smoking a cigarette. He's drunk. He's in a cowboy hat and cowboy boots. And I'm like.
You're exact opposite at this point.
The exact opposite.
Of
Yes, fresh out of Florida. And I was like, you have got to be kidding me. I was like, okay, let's get this over with. So I introduced myself. He introduced himself. And I like kind of test the waters. I like throw out a joke, like I was being sarcastic about something, and he spit right back at me. And I was like, oh, perfect. So we got along personality wise, but he was like, I am like the total opposite of like a party person. And that was like his lifestyle. But once he opened his mouth and he's a mama's boy and he's just like such a good person. And I'm like, oh man.
Get the
like
southern charm.
And I had to call my mom and say I fell for a cowboy. I was like, ugh.
You had to take the hat from him, put it on, and you're like, looks like the rest of life, huh?
This is it. This is what life looks like. Yeah.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah. He's great.
I love stories like that. They make me happy.
I'm unexpected.
I'm like an absolute, like Jared is the definition of a hopeless romantic for 1. 2.
What?
Huh, me? What?
Falls for a person at first conversation.
It happens, you know.
Never happens.
I'm like the person that just loves hearing these stories, except in my own like romantic lives and things. I'm very closed off, and I'm very like people have to like literally pry away at me to be like, okay.
Yeah.
But then once I think you get in, I'm decent. I'm a decently nice person.
Was he a hit with the family immediately? Because, oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Because just talkative and like.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
He's
good.
very like dominant, and he's just like so relaxed and calm.
What about you with his family?
Love them.
Love them? Good.
Yeah.
Perfect. It's always great when like the families can
Yeah.
come together. Do they? And then do the families come together?
Yeah,
and they like that.
His family came to Pennsylvania for Thanksgiving one year.
Oh, that's really cool. I bet that
I
was
know,
fun.
it was so fun. It was
Oh
like
my
watching
God.
like two kids like just like have a play date. I'm like, this is great. It was so fun.
Not to stereotype, but can your mom throw down in the kitchen?
Are you kidding me?
Oh, I could tell.
Again, offended.
She's Italian.
Write that down.
Of course, she can
Of
throw down. in the
course,
kitchen.
yeah.
What is her meal?
What isn't her real? She makes bomb chicken cutlet, big ziti, lasagna, of course.
Lasagna is my favorite food ever.
Those are my favorites.
I'm just hungry
that she
right now,
makes.
so I'm just gonna get some
Starving.
information. We're
I
talking
want
about Panda Express.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, if this thing ends soon enough, we got one around the corner. That's all I'm saying.
Is it the one with the burrito?
No, we
It also is really bad 90% of the
It's
time.
not good. The panda around the corner from us is not.
That's part of the experience. That way you know other pandas are better.
Yeah.
It's a magic
It can only go
experience.
up from this one.
I know you thought we brought you on here because we care about your life and all that.
We
but
don't. We just want to talk about panda and
Panda
get the.
Express.
I figured. No, yeah.
What was the closing time of the normal Panda Express?
10.
10 p.m. Good to know.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks.
So weird.
Okay, you're good to go. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, the door's right there. Let it hit
Help
you on the way out.
yourself.
So.
So